All right, welcome in. Very excited to our today's speaker. Looking forward to talking. We got Matthew Efird. Did I get that last name correctly?
Yeah, Efird. Yeah.
Efird. I'm sorry, Efird. I didn't. Okay, so thanks for correcting me, Efird. I should have had that, but I get Hayden all the time, so I'm like, there's no way, but that's okay.
That's okay.
So Matthew, I welcome in. I just wanted to throw this up for you.
Yeah, cool. Go Dogs. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously you went to Georgia, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So
love
that
the
was
Dogs. We live just outside of Athens, so
very nice.
My wife and I both went there and just kind of stayed in this area. We love it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take it off because it's kind of makes me disappear and things like that. So anyway, just wanted to do that and salute to you. I looked at your, you know, where you went to school and stuff like that, and very cool. You've got a really cool history, beautiful family, everything across the board. So let's hear. Let's tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, cool. So Matthew Efird, the Lighting Pros. It's an outdoor lighting, specifically in Christmas lights. We started back in 2018. I also have another business called Mosquito Joe. It's an outdoor pest control company, really with the intention of, hey, how do we solve the off-season issue of staff, of revenue for an existing business, which was our Mosquito Joe. And we tested a couple of outdoor services, Christmas lights being one of them. And then actually went to CLIPA in 2019, wanted to get certified. I've been hanging lights some for my house and for my in-laws and friends. But it was, hey, if we're going to do this well, let's go get certified. Let's talk to other owners. And man, we've just been off to the races since then. God's blessed our business. It's been a lot of fun. We've grown. We've had triple-digit growth each year, which has been kind of a wild ride so far. And this year, we've actually, in the past year, have started a franchise. And within our network, we've had different owners that have come to us saying, hey, you've got good growth. Your organization's growing. You're getting in the commercial space. You're doing 85 to 95% commercial business. So how did you break into that? And how did you scale? How are you scaling? And so we started a franchise to be able to help support folks from that arena. So it's been really cool. We got it with the intention of, hey, how do we support another business in the off season? And now it's more focused on, hey, our Christmas lights business is our focus, and the other business supports it. And now it's our franchise. And it's how do I support other business owners like myself that are sitting there like, hey, I don't know what to do in the off season. Like, I'm tired of having turnover of staff. I can't pay the bills. You know, I'm tired of going to work for FedEx. It's Christmas lights is a great opportunity for your typical summer seasonal businesses.
Yeah, and that's amazing because I've heard that from so many different people that get into Christmas lights as their, we just need to figure out how to survive in the off season type thing. And it quickly transitions into like, wow, okay, wait a minute. We're actually making more money doing this in the 4-month span than we are the rest of the year. So it becomes like a really, important part of their companies. And they start expanding out and they start doing we call it multi-seasonal lighting, which is expanding out into permanent lighting solutions, permanent lighting roof lines and trees and stuff like that. So,
and even events.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Even events, weddings, different parties. There's so many options within this space that if it's done well, there's a lot of recurring revenue that's available.
Yeah. Exactly. So I had the bulldog up there. Is there a name for the bulldog?
Ugga.
Ugga. That's the name? Okay, cool. Yeah. Ugga. So threw that up there. You are Georgia. So obviously you went to UGA, right? The UGA. Tell us a little bit about it. There's a lot of accolades I saw. I was reading through your bio.
Cool.
Accolades. You got a lot of cool stuff. Business. You went there for business.
Yeah. So I went to Terry College of Business is where I went. And really just fell in love with business, marketing, entrepreneurship. I worked in a sales company doing hospital pharmacy sales right out of college and worked there for several years, kind of getting my feet wet and having an established business. They went from 3 million to 10 million, which was a wild ride to be a part of. and then looked at starting our own. And this past year for our Christmas lights business specifically, not anything to do with our Mosquito Joes, just our Christmas lights business, we are the 10th fastest growing company founded or run by UGA alumni.
That's amazing. Congrats. Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, and it goes to, we've got an incredible team. We've got a great system that we've built, and it's just working the system, working the playbook, working the rhythms, and trying to be a good steward of what we got.
Yeah, and just talking to you prior to this, also talking to we spoke prior to you becoming a speaker and stuff like that. And I just feel your passion. I could just just feel that you God is with you. He's helping you. He's pulling you along, and it's cool to see that, and it's cool to see a company like yours to operate under. We are here to help people, and that's really what we believe in. Is it's all about helping. Then the monetary aspect that'll all come. If it's supposed to come. So you focus on helping people, and it's cool to see. And it's cool to see people like you that have trained with us. 2019, is that when you trained?
Yeah.
2019, train with us and are successful. And I don't attribute it to us. Hopefully we were the groundwork for
it. But it definitely helped.
Yeah, good. That's great.
Yeah.
I appreciate you supporting us and everything you're doing. I'm excited to have you as a speaker. I mean, it's amazing. Like all the speakers we're having, not all of them, but a lot of them are former, people that train with us. And it's just,
that's cool.
It's really neat to see the growth and, not so I can have accolades and stuff like that, but that's what we're all about. We're just excited to see growth out of, people that are taking their business to the next level. Yeah. You came in at a tough time. I mean, you came in right where COVID hit, the year, I think you have one season, 2019.
One full season.
You had one full season. And then COVID hit, and for us, COVID was actually a pretty good year. I hate to say it, but we didn't grow a huge amount, but we sustained and grew a little bit actually, because we do commercial, so people are expanding out. Instead of doing the tree lighting ceremonies, they were doing drive-throughs and things like that. So they still had the budgets, to spend. How did that affect you guys, going into it? Was it discouraging? What kept you going as an individual? Like, oh man, we just got hit with this, pandemic, and this is our second year in season. So what did you do to get yourself through that time?
Yeah, that's actually a great question, and something that we hadn't shared. I mean, I've shared on my personal side is our second son actually passed away in March of 2020. Right as the pandemic started.
Sorry.
And so, man, that first season kind of back into Christmas lights was so much about like, how can we share joy in the midst of chaos?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we love Christmas. It is the season, the hope that it brings. It's the newness from a faith perspective. It's a lot about God keeping his promise. But even just overarching, there's so much joy that can be brought. And so we saw during COVID, during that 2020, even 2021 season, so many people were so thankful that there was such an air of just, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing a good job. Thank you for showing up. But our commercial line really took off. We do about 36 Chick-fil-A's. We work with the corporate office. Nice. We've got some national accounts with them that we've worked into. And that's been really cool to be a part of. And they took an emphasis on, man, how can we serve our guests? How can we serve our team members? That's what they call their employees, as team members. And it was really, everybody's outside, so let's make this experience as fun as we can. Let's make it as joyous as we can, as hopeful as it can be. And what commercial properties are finding in the restaurant industry, but commercial properties as a whole, is there's a specific ROI tied to investing money in doing lights.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting more people on site. They're staying longer, and they're spending more money.
Yeah. Heart-wrenching about your son. I'm sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that.
For you to muster up the strength to get through that and continue to operate. That's amazing. So kudos to you and your family and everybody. That's tough. So let's talk about CLIPA Con. This is the first year you're speaking. Excited to have you. Really excited about it. What can people expect? What do they expect? What's Matthew going to be talking about?
Sure. It's really just the idea of what I wish I would have known when we started, right? It's how have we sustained triple digit growth for going on 5 years now, 5 seasons, and breaking in that 7-figure mark, and how do you scale your team? So everybody talks about culture, and it's okay. Yes, it's important. We do some things that work for us, but it's more about what are things I wish I would have known, like how to network properly. Are there little tips and tricks that you can find as a business owner to be more professional out networking? Yes, there are some very simple things that you can do and should not do that will help you a lot. What are some marketing tips that we found around, as you have a commercial property, leveraging that commercial property as a natural billboard for you? The things like that.
Yeah.
Just trying to open up our playbook and say, hey, here's what we've done. Here's part of what our franchise is within reason, but also this is how God's blessed our business. Here's some things that we found that I wish I would have started doing back in 2019.
Yeah,
is really the goal.
Well, there's a lot of people that are out there aspiring to to get to your level, and they need to come to that talk that you're going to have. You got 50 minutes to talk to them about it. Obviously, that's not sufficient enough time to run them through everything, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of great things that come out of it. And I think you may have an appearance at the 7-figure panel that we're going to have too as well. So that's amazing. Can you take us through your years and your revenues and stuff like that? Do you mind sharing that information?
Yeah, sure. So we went our first year 48,000, 105, 220, 490, and then broke $1 million.
That's amazing. I mean, you literally have doubled every single year. That's astonishing. Good for you, man.
And so a big piece of that is we've carried about a 95% retention rate. That's on year-to-year contracts. So a lot of this in this industry specific is about quality. So can you do this in an appropriate way, which is one of the reasons why CLIPA was so important for us starting out. Obviously, you there's only so much you can cover during that training. There's nuances that you learn. There's nuances about commercial work that's different than residential work, things that you need to know, things you need to be aware of. So our team is equipped for that. That's then led us into substantial growth opportunities because we're retaining such a good portion of last year's growth.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know what we do to retaining, our clients. To this date, I've never lost a client based on service, and I don't plan on doing it. Stuff does happen, of course. We're not perfect in any aspect, but we know how to take care of clients. How do you take care of your clients? How do you achieve that 95% retention rate?
It's a great question. So one thing that we do, one of our core values. So we have a list of core values as a company we talk about every month when we do our all staff meeting. That's a big kind of culture thing that we do. One of them's integrity, do the right thing every time, no matter the cost.
Yeah.
And we've refunded people money. We've gone back out and fixed the simple things from that perspective. The thing that we've done that's helped take us over the edge, I would say, is before we leave the job, specifically because we do so much commercial, is walking the property with the business owner or the area manager or the downtown development individual, the city manager, the mayor. And we're going to make sure we check off of, we clearly set the expectation on the front end. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're not going to do. And then make sure that we've met or exceeded that expectation after the job is done. Instead of just saying, hey, we're done and we're moving on to the next one, being able to take an hour more to spend with that person, walk the property, make sure everything looks good for them, make sure we have their stamp of approval. Do things come up? Of course they do.
Yeah.
Is something going to go out? Is something going to fall? Is something going to come untangled? Of course it is. But being able to be quick to go back and to fix that, because this is a customer service business, right? Sure. We tell all of our staff, we're in the customer service business. We just happen to hang Christmas lights.
Yeah.
We have to be about customer service. So we're respectful to people when we see them on site. We open doors for people when they're coming in and out of the restaurants we're working at. It's those little things that really mean a lot. Professionally dressed, we're all in uniform, nobody's smoking on the property. The small things like that end up going a very long way when you talk about building in culture, specifically in the commercial space.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I mean, that's a lot of the stuff we do. You would almost think that was common in any business, but it's not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
people don't have the same mentality that you have, and we share similar, mentalities. We share similar, probably if you look at our beliefs and things like that is probably, hand in hand the same. So,
Sure.
yeah, that's amazing, and that's what we've done over the years. The customer, we do whatever we can to take care of them. Things happen. It's not dodging them; it's addressing it head on. And
Sure.
how are we going to fix that problem? And
Yeah.
I've had a fair share of them, So, but it's how you address it and fix it. So,
And one of the things that we encourage and teach our staff, myself included, is when somebody brings an issue to us, thank them for it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing that to our attention and allow us the opportunity to solve it and to fix it.
Yeah.
We want to earn your business every year that we come.
Yeah.
And then subsequent from that, being confident in what you're doing and asking for the referral. You would be shocked at how many people don't even ask for a referral.
Yeah.
They don't ask for, hey, do you know any other business owners? Do you know the homeowners in this neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to help more people.
Yeah.
If you're not intentionally asking for it, they're not going to go out of their way to help you grow their business.
Sure.
They're not thinking it. They're thinking you're busy, you don't need more work, you're happy you got us worked in, and that may be true for you. But if you're needing more business, a simple ask of, hey, is there anybody else that you know that we can work with?
Yeah.
Are there any other business owners or any other Chick-fil-A owners? Are there any other, put in the blank? That has been something that's really, really helped our team and our specific location grow at such a rate.
Something so simple, and they like your service. So chances are, oh yeah, I'm going to refer this on. And for residential too. I mean, that's, something a lot of people do not take that next step to ask for referrals. So very important, either residential or commercial. Obviously commercial, is the nice route to go. We all love commercial. And as you build these clients and stuff like that, it gets easier and easier to get jobs because you've got, usually typically if you're going RFP, RFQ, they're asking for referrals. And you get glowing reviews. I think we got 3 different jobs this last year, 3 big city jobs, because they contacted one of our referrals, multiple referrals, and we won the project because we had such a glowing review from that, that city or whatever it may have been. So you start building that, and because you're providing that customer service.
And a referral is a warm lead, right? Like if someone sends you a referral, you're not cold calling them.
Yeah.
They're putting their reputation on the line. So you have to have done a good job with them. You have to have earned that opportunity for them to put their reputation on the line.
Yep.
And then when they do, go and do a good job for the person they refer you to.
Yeah.
Because then they know that, okay, Matthew's, the Lighting Pros group, that they're a safe referral place.
Yeah.
I know that they're going to take care of my folks, even if they don't get the business.
Yeah.
There have been many referrals that we've not gotten. And I followed up with the original referee and said, hey, this is what happened. Just want to let you know. Thank you so much for sending that. If you know anybody else, please let us know.
Sure.
It's just the simple idea. I had an old coach. You've got to be brilliant at the basics. You've got to be brilliant at blocking and tackling. I played football into college. I didn't play at Georgia, but I played into college. And it's so much about the little things, which in today's climate, in today's social media world, that doesn't sell as well, right? There's not the specific secret that people want, but it's typically the little things that can be hard, that can be cumbersome, that can be time consuming, that go such a long way, because unfortunately the bar for customer service has been lowered so low, right? You go to fast food restaurant and it's like, I'm annoying you because I'm walking into your place of business. Okay, people get that over and over and over, and they consistently lower their expectation. And when you come in and provide them with a quality customer service experience, when you ask for referral, it's a lot easier to get because they're like, yeah, that was a great experience.
Yeah. Well, Matthew, you've got a few more minutes here. I just want to let you kind of talk about your franchise side of things. You mentioned that. Just tell us a little bit about that. So this is the Christmas Light franchise. I know you're part of Mosquito Joe's, and we love the Mosquito Joe's people. We the franchise locations, we've actually trained a lot of them, and we've worked really close with them. So great people. Excited to work with them. So let's talk about your franchise that you have to offer.
Yeah. So we've actually sent several to y'all. And it's been this idea of a couple of years ago, we started having people, because of the growth that we were seeing and the success that we were having, that were reaching out to us saying, hey, what are you doing? How are you doing this? How are you marketing? Those kind of things. And we started working on offering just some assistance. And hey, here's how we got up and going. We went to CLIPA, we got trained, and then here's the next 10 steps that we took. And that helped. That was good. It was time consuming for me. It's kind of not just out of the goodness of my heart, but it was this idea of, can I prove this concept before we launch the franchise?
Yeah.
And so they kept coming back for additional resources. And so it became this rub of, I've got to work on my business locally too. I can't continue to just give you free advice. So last year we started a franchise the end of last year. And we're really, really excited about it. The folks we've been able to help with it already, the locations that we've got, and the system that we've built, it is around this idea of, how do I support you if you're an existing business owner, existing Christmas lights owner that's trying to break more into the commercial space? Let's work on some of the national accounts that we've got, some of the national associations that we're part of. Or if it is, hey, I just don't know what to do. And CLIPA is great, but I'm not in the position, either in my life or in my personality, to just go figure it all out by myself.
So it's really about this idea of, if you're looking for an ROI, and you want a proven system that's got proven growth, that helps you each step of the way. So the additional support, the CRM system, contracts, the verbiage, the suppliers, the additional discounts, the website, all the marketing, the system, right? That's what a franchise is you buy a business in a box. You're looking for a specific ROI. So there's kind of the two arenas. As someone I'm just trying to grow my existing Christmas lights business, and I think attaching my name to a bigger brand would help me get some of these larger accounts, would help me get some validation when they're able to call our referrals, not just theirs. It also helps on the resale. It's easier to resell a franchise business and the local level than it is a mom and pop location. So that's great. Or it's the group of, hey, I don't have a clue. I've got my pressure washing, I've got my landscaping, I've got my painting, I've got my roofing, I've got my outdoor pest control company. I've got that figured out, but I'm not at the space to figure out something new at this point. My business is too established. I don't want to lose key employees because we're figuring it out. We're making mistakes. Buying into a franchise system that's got proven results is a great way to go.
Yeah, I agree. Good point. Well, awesome. Well, thank you. A lot of good information there. I'm excited to see you at CLIPA Con. Hopefully I can get in there to watch you speak.
Thank you.
I think you have an amazing, just amazing aura around you and stuff like that. Just really excited to be around you, and looking forward to what your message is, at CLIPA Con. So I think it's going to be
that a lot.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to hear your message. So looking forward to that.
So we are too. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming in. If you want to join us and go see Matthew speak, he's going to be joining us at CLIPA Con, which is going to be May 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be at the Bahia in Mission Bay in San Diego. Beautiful. It's right on the water there. Looking forward to it. We do have some pre-show classes going on as well. If you want to join us for those, we have a multi-seasonal lighting class. If you want to take your lighting business outside of the 3 or 4 months, during the season, and expand out and start doing some permanent installs, we have all sorts of stuff we're going to teach you in that class. We also have a sales boot camp class that Chelsea is going to be leading. So if you want to join us for that, you make sure you sign up and be ready, because we're going to put you on the phones. Chelsea is going to make you cold call during that presentation. So if you're not comfortable doing that, probably wouldn't want to join her at that class. So looking forward to that. This is the first year we've done it, and I think it's much needed. That's the hump that people struggle on, is cold calling and just trying to reach out to these cities. So that's going to be for commercial. you can join us for that. We also have a lift and safety class that we're offering. You will be certified in all sorts of lifts, scissor lifts, boom lifts, all sorts of stuff. So we'll have those on site. If you or your crew members want to get certified, you can join us for that. So really looking forward to it. Join us, CLIPA Con, May 2nd and 3rd. And Matthew, once again, thank you very much. Looking forward to hearing you speak at CLIPA Con this year.
No, we're really excited. Looking forward to being a part of it. Looking forward to coming out to San Diego, and also looking forward to some of the pre-classes. I'm really excited for that, and to the opportunity to learn from other successful business owners that have different ideas. Right, the Bible says, "As iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another."
He who walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools suffers harm. So it's a great opportunity. CLIPA Con is, and this idea of bringing together industry experts that are going directions that you want to go. Right. It takes years off of your learning curve when you sit with somebody and ask them, how did you do it? What did you do? What advice would you give if you were starting out? That those are invaluable answers to shave years off of your learning.
Yes. Awesome. Well said. Thank you. And that's a beautiful closing for this interview. I love it. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate you. And looking forward to seeing you in May.
That sounds good. Thanks.